this. So you were mentioning that during high school you were a baseball player, and I saw that actually coming out of high school you actually had an offer from the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
So, but you ended up deciding to go on to college. Kind of tell us that story. How did all of that come about?
Being a 17, 18-year-old kid that really never my mom still is very protective and very mother henish, as I say sometimes. And she legitimately, I listened to her. We never were anywhere, never really did anything. The only time we would go somewhere is if it had baseball. It was baseball related, which was traveling. Mm-hmm. And she talked me out of it. She said that her words, and again, I'm ignorant at 17, 18 years old, the pros will always be there, go to college. Hindsight being 2020, I should have went to the pros because college has always been there. And easy, honey, that's not me. My Rottweiler jumped up thinking it was another dog. But it was, I look at it in two ways. It was a huge mistake. I should have went. I was a very gifted baseball player. As a catcher, 170, 75 pounds. I had a good bat, not great. I wasn't a power hitter. I was consistent, but my arm was my highlight. And I look at it, what kind of life I would have had as a baseball player. But then I also look back at there never would have been a C.W. Anderson.
Right.
Never would have had this life that I have here.
Right.
I think my body wouldn't have been as broke up as it is right now.
Yeah.
In a catcher. But
well, your knees would have been.
Yeah, my knees. I was a catcher from the time I was 8 till I got into wrestling, which was 23. I caught, consistently, and I always threw for my knees. I never would hardly ever get up to throw down to second base, and I could always, Tony Pena he'd always do a split because he was somebody I watched before I became idolized. Before Benito Santiago was my idol. And I would watch Tony Pena because he was always do a split. And at that age, I could do a split and catch. So I would never have to get up to throw down to second base. But I look back now, and even trying to squat down, just doing exercises in our gym is killing me. Just squatting down there, my knees and ankles have paid the price. So between that and wrestling, my knees and ankles are shot. But I hate some of it that I didn't go play baseball because it was my first love, and I was so gifted at it. But I'm really happy and content with my life now, with still being able to wrestle, still traveling. I really enjoy where I'm at right now with my life.